Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Pretty Little Podcast. I'm Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro, and tonight we have a treat. Hailing from the heart of Cleveland's underground scene, Morning in May is the sonic embodiment of theatrical chaos, emotional vulnerability, and punk rock defiance. Morning in May turns heartbreak and angst into sing-alongs for the lost and the loud. Whether it's their high concept storytelling or genre blending anthems, one thing's for certain: Morning in May doesn't just play music, they stage a full blown experience. Please welcome Morning in May.
Woo!
Hey,
Hi.
thanks for the kind words.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a very nice intro.
Well, I was so excited, and like I like was gonna harass you if you guys didn't get back to me right away, because I had basically told everyone involved with the show and that I'm friends with, if anybody does an emo version of Pink Pony Club, like, I'm in.
Nice.
So when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, like, this has got to happen immediately. Like, we got to talk about this. But you guys are amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
So I want to kind of start from the beginning and know, how did you guys come together? When did you guys come together?
Long story. I started the band like 17 years ago, acoustic, just like playing around in Cleveland. We actually are based out of Nashville now. We all live here. But very, very, very long story short, Scott and I met at a party in Los Angeles in 2017 or 18 or something like that. Some memorable things happened that night, and we were friends. We had the same management company at the time, and we kind of just kept tabs on each other's bands and stuff. We always rooted for each other. And then some stuff happened in Cleveland. Decided like, hey, we tour all the time. I can kind of pick where I want to be now. Moved to Nashville. Met Scott in person without texting, calling, or anything like that. We ran into each other out and about, like literally the third time I think I went out after I moved, and we were like, oh, you live here now? And I was like, yeah, dude. And that was kind of it. We grabbed a bassist out here, and our drummer still lives in Ohio, but he's moving out here relatively soon.
Yeah. And the Pink Pony Club cover was the first thing that we did together. Jake and I, we were just kind of like, okay, well,
So funny thing about Pink Pony Club, we went into the studio. We're like, we should record. We were like, we can either do like one of ours, a new demo we're working on, or something like that. We didn't know what we were going to do when we got there. We just had an idea. And there's like some weird signature change in the original song. And we're like, I don't know if we should do this. And then 6 hours later, we're like, oh, we're done. We did Pink Pony Club. That's fine.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was literally like we did that song literally like 6 hours.
Wait, I have to ask, were you guys like having a blast in the recording studio?
Yeah, it was great.
I'm feeling like the smiles and just the fun. Like,
it was, we didn't know what to expect, and that was Scott and I's first doing anything, I guess, together professionally, or like actually, instead of just like demoing out or recording. And it was super fun. It was cool. It was really easy. It all just kind of really made sense, and it was kind of, to me, like the foundation of doing anything together. Just like we were like, oh, this is totally gonna work. We weren't sure. Different backgrounds, different styles, different states we're from, and we were like, oh no, this is cool. This is the most fun I've had in a long time.
Yeah, we knew right then and there that it was like, oh, this is going to be a great working relationship, like, and it was fun for me because like it's very rare that I'm in the studio and someone's like, you should just fucking shred. Like, can I cuss on your podcast? I'm sorry if not.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. This is your episode too.
All right. So yeah, it's like super rare that I'm in the studio and someone's like, dude, you should just fucking like shred. I'm like, okay, let's open up the song with me. Just so yeah, I had a blast.
Now, Jake, what do you feel that Scott kind of brings to the band that you haven't had?
experience. Um, Scott's from pretty much. So I'm from Cleveland, and Scott's from Tampa, and we're from like very complete different ends, different kind of styles, different things. Scott, I feel like, has been doing what I've been doing on the other side of the country for longer, and I've been grinding up, and then we kind of like now compare notes, and then between the both of us, we're extremely well connected and stuff. It's like having another me in the band, which is really nice. But like everybody can do something, and everybody's an asset in the band, which wasn't always the case. Not to talk bad about anybody else in the band, but like a lot of when you're playing in bands with people, everybody's on a certain level. And now it really feels like everybody has like, it's like puzzle pieces.
And roles.
We were just missing this and this and this. And there's a lot of like delegation and stuff, and it's like probably teamwork, I guess, would be like the major thing. Like we're an actual legitimate team, rather than one or two people doing everything the entire time.
And Jake and I have a great working relationship, and that's across like whether it's like creatively, and even just like professionally, just like running things, getting things done.
Yeah,
like,
it's easy, and we feel like teenagers again, which is kind of cool.
It's fun.
Like, that was a very interesting. We got the lineup we got now, and now we're like, oh, we're kids again. Like this is like fun again. The last 10-15 years wasn't. This is nice again.
Yeah, I mean, creatively, it's like there's never a bad idea, even if it's like, oh, I don't love that one as much as this one, but let's keep working on it.
They're all mostly good ideas.
Exactly.
Just like
mine are. No, I'm just kidding. Totally kidding. No.
So when you guys say that you come from different backgrounds, what are some of your personal influences or inspirations? Some people don't like influences.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. Like I do bands, but I also do a lot of film and TV and stuff like that. I try not to listen to music when we write stuff, but Scott and I are from like different times a little bit as well. So like I grew up with like All Time Low and stuff like that. Sleeping with Sirens, the metalcore thing. And then I have like the Warped Tour scene, I guess, is my background, and pop. So Scott.
Yeah, I grew up with like nu metal. So that was like my early upbringing, like there was a time when I played my guitar like all the way down to the floor and bent over into that whole move. So yeah. But as far as like influence, I mean, they're all over across the board. I mean, it's a wide range of rock and metal and punk and just all of it, man. If it has guitars, as a guitar player, if it has guitar, I probably like it.
Yeah. And then like the scenes are kind of weird. Like we were just talking about this the other day, the Cleveland scenes, like how heavy can you get? How much like beat down, breakdown stuff you can do. And then we didn't get like casted out. We kind of just ended up doing our own thing. It was like our little bubble. And then we ended up doing this and that and stuff. So that's kind of where we came from, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up and describing yourself as a Warped Tour kid and being very seen, what was it for you to play Warped Tour?
It was very cool. We played in 2018, the last like official full country whatever thing, and we ended up playing at like the Palladium thing in Manchester,
Fieldville, Iowa.
Yeah, it was around it was like Boston's Warped Tour, and I always forget. And our drummer is from New Hampshire, and he always corrects me because I always say Mansfield because that's in Ohio, and he's like, no, it's Manchester or something like that. I don't know. The stage we played on was cool. It's like, yeah, we got there and we thought we were like going to get like the little Ernie Ball stage or like the side stage or something. And we ended up playing like where Motley Crue and Whitesnake and stuff played back in the day, and Great White and all that stuff. And then this time was way cooler than that because we got asked by like somebody that we grew up listening to kind of texted me and was like, you guys want to play this date? And we're like, yeah, that's weird. Okay, cool. And then we didn't know what it was for. and then we found out probably a week before, and it was cool. It was like, again, like we were like kids again.
Yeah, it was great. It was a blast.
Now, when you played in 2018, did you hang from the rafters?
The amphitheater was about like 80 feet in the air, so no, I didn't have a ladder or anything.
So that's a new thing.
That was a new thing. We usually, Scott and I usually do something like that. We kind of, what, behind the scenes stuff. Whenever we get to the venue, we see what's sturdy and what is loose and what to do before. Like, that's the first thing before we even really start plugging stuff in and getting ready. But yeah, we usually do that when we can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But my one of my friends, Brendan Starr, he's gonna be
Love Brendan.
We love Brendan Starr.
But yeah, you guys are performing soon. Should he like be prepared that you guys are going to be climbing up things and like dangling?
He knows. He knows.
He's aware.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's going to have that huge like light up dance thing that he does. That's awesome.
We're playing with him here in Nashville, right?
Yeah, we're playing with Brendan September 14th.
Yeah.
Here in Nashville.
Yep. Looking forward to it. He's a homie.
We just played a rock on with him.
Mm-hmm.
What shows do you have coming up? And they can be wherever, because
all over.
All over.
I have a list. Do you need the
That's the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus tour we have coming up. So starting.
Oh my gosh, how fun! Yeah. So do you want to read off? Do you want to read off some of the, or all of them? Because
I definitely can do that. So we're going out with the Red Jumpsuit for the rest of the year and all of next year. And I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Hold on.
Starts 1 week from now, pretty much. I think. Yeah.
The 6th is our first day.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Indianapolis, and then Chicago, and then Akron. We have a big festival we're playing. And these are all. I don't know if I should give you the dates. I'm not going to bore you with that because it'll be up on the thing.
Yeah, just to tell us some of the places that you're going, so if someone hears like their area.
Yeah, Indianapolis, Chicago, Akron, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Dallas, Texas, San Antonio, Houston, Portland, Maine, the other one, Hartford, Connecticut, Albany, New York, Somerville, Mass, Lakewood, Ohio, Sandusky, Ohio, Grand Rapids, Michigan, Erie, Pennsylvania, and McHenry, Illinois. All in August.
Erie, Pennsylvania. Where are you playing at Erie, Pennsylvania?
Kings Rook, and that'll be my birthday, so that'll be fun.
Is that near you? Where are you out of?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I'm Bucks County. It's like outside of Philly, but
okay, cool.
I would really love to see that, and I miss Rock the Hill because I was working that weekend.
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was something to remember.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was really kind of bummed about it because I would have loved to have seen you guys live, and I would have loved to see Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and always Brendan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could have, if you went, you could have saw us play twice because the equipment wasn't working and it shut down and we overpowered everything. It blew out and they had to get like generators and stuff.
We broke the stage.
So yeah, again.
Yeah. That happened.
Oh my goodness. Was everybody like freaking out? Because there was a lot of people. There was a lot of people at that event.
Yep.
Yeah, we made it fun. We just kind of started singing and yelling, and we passed out like wristbands and stickers and stuff while everybody was waiting for them to fix everything. And we kind of just worked on our comedy routine.
Told jokes. Told dad jokes.
You know,
yeah.
Oh my God, that's great.
But it was pretty frustrating with us. Nobody knew that, but on stage we're like, oh my God, just need to go.
Yep.
So did anything crazy happen at Warped Tour?
Something crazy happened at Rock on the Hill, which we'll definitely talk about. Warped Tour. we'll answer your first question. Warped Tour was fun. We got to see a lot of bands we grew up listening to and a lot of bands that we're friends with. It's cool that we always see each other all over the country, which is neat.
There was a protest happening. The whole tour we were on, last tour, there was protests in every city. So it's literally, and we're not a political band at all. So we're just like, is it following us?
Every city, we and it was like literally either the street over or like the same vicinity. But we just went over to the protest. We're like, if you guys want to go to a concert in like 15 minutes, there's one going on. So whenever you guys are done doing whatever you're doing, we're gonna play. And then people did. They came over.
But the funny thing about it all was that like the counter protest was across the street, right? So like we go and we pass out cards. We're like, hey, come see our set after the protest, right? And then we're like, should we cross sides and go to the other protest? And we're like, I don't know. What if they see us?
So it was weird.
You know, I have noticed, and I was just saying this earlier to a couple of my friends, like I have noticed that a lot of the musicians, like I was at the Road to Warped Tour up in Scranton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously it was the day of the No Kings.
Right, exactly.
Protest. So, I mean, we were right in Biden area. So, I mean, like people were really going all out. And I was very surprised at how many of the bands were kind of getting involved with the protest and with the people out there. And I mean, it's nice to see that everybody's at least speaking out. But yeah, I know what you mean with the protest, man. I was going the whole group.
We were just like trying to promote the show.
Yeah. We're like, we're just gonna play music in front of people that want to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't have to be more complicated than that. We were just trying to get people to come out.
Yeah.
But
it did seem like it was following us. That whole tour was following us. I don't know why.
I was having kind of like a little bit of fun. I like love to people watch. So I was kind of like going through with my friend and kind of judging the signs that people had made.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, like, I mean, I try to keep updated on everything, but like, I didn't know half the people and half the signs. So like, I really.
That's hilarious.
But so what happened at Rock the Hill?
Ronnie from the Red Jumpsuit came over and said we're the best band he's seen in a very long time, and he signed us as management. He got us a booking agent, and he's our like manager guy now. And then now I talk to him every day and stuff. So he's now a very good friend. And we hung out a lot actually.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever we were off and they were off or not, or right before either one of our shows, right after Rock on the Hill, because we still had to do that whole tour. We hung out with him and Randy, his brother, the guitarist of Red Jumpsuit, in the mountains in an undisclosed place for privacy. But we hung out with them a bunch, and then Ronnie came over and like opened for us at one of our. We did a weird pop-up show one place, and he came and played a couple acoustic songs, and then talked about how he discovered us. And then it was cool. It was a really weird. We didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very wild thing. A lot happened, but it moved
fast, didn't it?
Yeah, he kind of came into our lives, and now all this stuff like a month later. So now we're going on tour with him, and we're gonna be like writing songs together and kind of just doing everything. And he kind of took us under his wing, kind of deal.
Isn't it like amazing when you can hang out with like really, really talented people and they're like your friends also? And like, I just feel like the energy, I always say to like when I'm in a group and they're all like, I'm not a musician. So like, I'm just like hypnotized by all of them. Like, I just feel their energy. Like I'm inspired to like do something.
Right.
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, we've been doing it for a long time. I mean, we live in Nashville now, but like we it's wild who we know, who's in our phones, who we go hang out with weekly. Like it's pretty wild now. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it's definitely like a what is my life?
Yeah, like
How did I end up here?
sometimes we'll be hanging out. It'll be like somebody's birthday or something, or we'll be out on the town or something, and then I just have to step back and like I'm like, oh, there's like 5 people that I grew up listening to, that we're just hanging out with, and people from big labels and big whatever, and it's weird who when you step back.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I just love it. So I want to talk about your songs.
Yeah.
You have a lot. So
Yeah.
let's stick to some of the like more current ones.
Yeah.
What is your favorite song to play live right now?
Good question. Yeah, why don't I
Go
start?
ahead.
Because
Yeah.
like a lot of these songs predate me, right? Like I've since I've been in the band, we've only released Pink Pony Club and a masterclass in classless acts. So there's no doubt about it. By far my favorite song to play live is
Stacking.
Yeah, Stacking Limbs.
Oh.
Thank you. Sorry, yeah. Stacking Limbs, 100%. It's like it's the heaviest song. It goes so hard. It's so fun to play. It's a miracle that I don't break my guitar on stage every night playing that song. Like, knock on wood, because I feel like it's gonna happen eventually. But yeah, that song it's awesome in the set. Like it goes hard.
I have 3. I really don't have a favorite. I've been playing these songs for a really long time. I have 3 contenders. I like Pink Pony Club because of the reaction, because nobody is expecting it. It's just super relevant, and it kind of gets everybody's ears to perk up whenever we play it, and it's just fun. It's cool. Just Dance, another cover, whatever, but Just Dance means a lot to me because it was my favorite pop song growing up in like 2008, and I was in like middle school or something like that. And it just stuck with me. It's always a good, fun song, and it always takes me back to being in 8th grade for whatever reason. The stuff that was going on when that song came out, and Lady Gaga like broke and everything. It was a weird, cool, very
feel you. Like I feel both of those choices, and that was going to be one of my next questions with that. With the covers, what goes into picking the covers?
I have a formula. I almost want to not disclose it, but I'll give you something. There's a science behind it for sure. You can't just do any song. It has to be super relevant at the time, or like a super throwback. It can't be in the same genre, so no like rock covers. Don't do that. And then a woman has to sing it. So it's kind of our little. There's more things, but those are crucial.
Yeah, because you've really gone after some very popular covers that, I mean, I see with Pink Pony Club, because I mean I
just
all the time, and I see the reaction that my followers give it. But how have the fans reacted to the covers that you've done?
Oh, they love them. I mean, that's kind of how we hook in on people that don't know or people that wouldn't necessarily listen to the music otherwise. That's kind of that's our like extra fishing pole or extra way to kind of get you in, because once you hear Pink Pony Club, you're like, oh, this is cool, or Just Dance, or we did Without Me by Halsey. It's a cool way, and it's also like that's kind of how we write songs as well. So like Pop Goes Punk and all that stuff, that's how we write our songs, our pop versions of heavy songs, I guess. So it kind of just, if you like that, you'll like our original stuff, maybe, kind of, for the most part.
And yeah, Jake's right. Like we see it in the audience when we play Pink Pony Club, and we play it fairly early in the set too, because it is a lot of people like, we're a smaller band. They don't know who we are. Right. But like they 2 songs in, they're like, oh, this is interesting. This is cool. And then, a couple songs in or whatever, you hit them with Pink Pony Club and they're like, oh wow, okay, this is great, and then you see them having a blast.
Yeah,
you know?
there's
Instantly we've won them over.
there's a lot of science that goes into picking covers and how and when and stuff, because it is a gamble as well, and you want to hope that like there's longevity, and you hope you don't pick the wrong song that kind of fizzles out and goes away, because then you put a lot of time, work, and money into something that was like cool for like a week, and then it goes away.
Right.
But also it has something to do with like there's songs that like catch me. I don't really like a lot of music. I love all of the music, but like there's some songs that I'll hear, and then that's the only song I'll listen to for like 3 weeks straight, and it like catches me. And Pink Pony Club did. I was like, okay, like I heard it off and on a little bit, and then it really like somehow it got me, and then I just started listening to it a lot, and then there's a lot of changes. And,
it gets us all, man. That's it. That's
like,
a bop.
this is a really good song.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's a great song.
I mean, it was funny, and I already told him that I was gonna put him on blast because, like, it is kind of funny because it is something that I would kind of do. But this morning, our producer Dennis, like, I was talking to him, and I was like, "Yeah, like, I was just kind of like having a great morning. I was listening to Morning in May and dancing around, and like." Was going on. He's like, "Have you been listening to Pink Pony Club all morning?" And I'm like, "No, actually, I wasn't. Like, I had just got done and I had to write it down because I would have mangled this." It reminds me of Good Charlotte Titles, by the way, which I love.
Yeah.
A master class in classless acts. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. That's
thank you.
awesome.
What is the story behind this song?
Ooh. It's a loaded
Terrible.
question. Yeah, it's a loaded question.
Oh my god, I wrote that out of so much hate. I wrote it. I wrote it out of strong dislike for somebody who wanted our band to be a certain way, and then I wrote a how weird do you want to get?
How much
Oh,
time?
really weird. As weird as you want to go. Like, that's the best FU to someone that was trying to like shape you.
Yeah. It was I'm gonna keep this very simple and very short. Because it'll be a book. It'll be a novel that I'll come out with later in 2032. It'll come out, my book, whatever.
On Netflix.
On Blu-ray. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. So I had this like whole rock opera idea that we're still doing. That this is just a little piece of, but it's just like writing love songs is kind of hard for me. It's just not like there for me. So I find things and really weird stuff. So a lot of our songs are about just like the weirdest, like either gruesome or violent. It's just violent. That's all it is. But I find some kind of like passion and some weird thing in it. So it's,
Go ahead. Just
I know, I'm trying to shape it real quick. Yeah, it's just about it's really just about violence, and it kind of means something a little different now that was the first song that like we kind of worked on together as a band. So it took on a different life. Now the whole song is it's just us coming together as a band for the first time, putting out something that is like this new kind of like emo thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was just a violent song of me being mad for 3 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. That we went into the studio with Zach Keel here in Nashville, and again, we all kind of just pieced it together. The song itself is kind of weird because when our producer came in and kind of changed some stuff, we weren't sure about it at 1st. We're like, this doesn't sound at all like
our demo.
how we wrote it.
Yeah.
And but we're not like we always want to get out of our own way. Like that's a big thing. Like, okay, like let's see if we can make this work. You have an idea, let's see if this actually it's great if it's not how we think it is. because if you heard it that way, other people will hear it that way, I guess.
Yeah.
But we pretty much we trusted him, and it sounds great. Like he tweaked a couple things, and we're like, oh, this song is like amazingly awesome. We changed
That's
some
so
lyrics.
wild that you were angry when writing that, because like I was dancing around happy and like free.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Good.
Have you ever seen
Good. Nice.
to make it really not weird? Have you ever seen the movie Voices
no,
with Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds?
Reynolds is in it.
If you
I
watch
can't watch Ryan Reynolds. His voice puts me to sleep.
Oh no. Okay.
Well,
It's like really soothing, even with Deadpool. Like I've tried
Yeah.
so many times.
actually the whole, to not be weird and to make it good. Hold on. The whole premise of the song is not being able to stop doing things that you shouldn't do. Just terrible, like these things.
Obsessing over things.
Yeah, that we condition ourselves to do all these crazy things, and we always just indulge and let ourselves do them. It's kind of like just wrestling with that. But I made it quirky and funny, and that means putting pieces of your friends in the refrigerator and stuff like that. Like just to be silly, but like Voices is kind of like a good movie to represent that kind of song and the quirkiness of it. But it's a very violent song that is just like, hey, stop, you're your own enemy, I guess.
Worst enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just need to not do that. But it's about the like just when you indulge in doing that, when you're like, I'm gonna let myself go crazy on this.
Yeah, and Jake and I have been like, we've been putting demos together since we first started working together, like exactly a year ago now. We have a massive collection of them at this point, but that was the first one, of our initial group of demos where we were like, this was both of our like standout song. Which, mind you, the demo, if you heard the demo, you wouldn't even recognize what eventually the song
like,
became.
What is this?
Right, but we knew we had something with that one. We were like, oh, there's really cool ideas in here. Like we flesh this out with the producer, it's going to be something. And yeah, sure, it ended up being masterclass and classless acts, and it is, ended up being different from the original demos. But again, like we were like, this is the best one of the crop that we're working with right now.
Yeah.
Since then, I feel like we've got a whole bunch of demos where we're like, oh my god, this blows masterclass away. Can't wait to record it.
Now, what is your like? What is your creative process with creating a song?
All over the place.
God.
Yeah, I mean, literally, just before we started this podcast, we're sitting here and like Jake picks up a guitar and he's like, "What do you think about this?" And he just played it. And I'm like, "Oh my god, dude! If we weren't about to do a podcast, we'd be tracking it right now." Because like we'd be working on it. It's good.
It's cool. So lately, we've been on this like tapped in. We've been tapped into the universe, ready to go. I'll have like a lyric or something, and I'll just kind of sit down. And lately, I've just been busting songs out, and then Scott will send me like a riff or like a song idea he has. He'll send it over, and then that'll just spark a whole nother song and stuff. But
it's super collaborative, man. Like it's very collaborative.
Yeah. And then we'll take some sort of that demo, and it's never going to be what that is, but we'll take that to Andrew, and we'll send it to Mackenzie, the bassist, and then everybody kind of just listens to it and goes, yeah, that's cool. How about I do this? And then they have their own notes, because when we go in the studio, we'll all be like, all right, what do you got? What are we doing with this now? So we'll go in and then lay everything down and then kind of build the song there.
That's the coolest thing. And like, I love the process so much, because it is like, we tell the bandmates all the time, like, don't get attached to shit in the demo, because it is like, I'll write an idea, right? And I'll send it to Jake. And I'm like, okay, this is just an idea, because then he'll take it and fucking do something totally different with it, right? And then Andrew and Mackenzie, same thing. They'll take it and they'll end up being totally different. And then by the time we take that to a producer, it ends up being totally different again, So it's literally just basic ideas that spark other ideas, and we trust everybody. You know what I mean? We trust everybody to go down that rabbit hole and see what it comes out as. And
it's kind of cool, because if anybody's like, no, I feel in my heart that this is how it needs to be, then we go, okay, we trust you. Like that's kind of where the musicianship comes in.
Right.
Like, we trust you. You're obviously good enough to do whatever and be here and stuff like that. So we kind of,
Right.
But
now, can you give any special moments from behind the scenes or like Easter eggs in some of the songs that fans can like listen for? That like maybe you went into the studio and you had no idea that was going to be in it, and it ended up making the cut.
name a song.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
So with Masterclass, we did that. We had this whole demo together. We went in the studio, and then the producer was like, "Oh, this riff is going to be completely different," and that changed the whole vibe of the song. And he changed the riff, like just how, because I had this like signature thing, and then the chorus is not the original chorus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we rewrote the chorus in the studio. Yeah,
he said he was like, is there something better we can do? Is there something else? And I was like, that's the whole, like, because the song was called something else before, and it was called that because of the line in it, and that was the whole thing, and that was literally what I wrote the whole song around, lyrically. And then he's like, do you have anything else? And I was like, I was making fun of I make fun of myself a lot when I name stuff because the song titles are so long and stupid. And I was talking to somebody, and I was like, I should just name it a masterclass in class of sex, and that just popped off, and that was just whatever. But as soon as I said it, I was like, yeah, that was good, darn. And then the person that, the person I was with was like, no, that whatever it is, that's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. So
you had texted me, and you were like, what do you think about the title of Masterclass in Class of Sex? Like weeks before we recorded. And I was like, I dig it. I didn't think it was like a song title. I was like, that's cool. I don't know what that is, but it has a cool ring to it, right? So then like we were in the studio, and we were like rewriting the chorus and trying to come up with ideas, and he threw that out. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He did have that. And the producer was like, I love that. Like,
yeah.
let's chase that.
And that's the thing that's great about like having a producer and having like other guys like in the band, obviously, for the creative process, because like there's something that like we'll do and it just won't be anything, and then it'll be nothing to one of us, and then we'll present it, and then the band will be like, yes, absolutely, that's what it needs to be, that's what it is. And then so it's cool to have like reassurance and stuff from everybody else. Pink Pony Club was cool because the intro was going to be different. I heard it a little different of a way, and Scott was like, no, I think it should do this.
It should rock.
It should rock a lot harder than a subtle intro. And I was like, nah, are you sure? And he goes, 100%. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And then we did. And I was like, I know what you mean. Okay, cool. Let's just
when that hits, like I've done that TikTok a couple of times. Like when that hits, like you just feel it. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, I have no shame with just like being free with my dancing. Man, I've had some fun with that one.
I'm glad. Thank you. I feel like we have a great creative relationship. Like the only thing Jake and I fight about is like the AC level in the van on tour. Like that's
because I was born in Ohio in the summer, and it can be 100, 110, and that's fine. Scott needs to be
cold,
like 68 to 71 at all times.
Oh yeah.
I kind of feel that. I need to be in cold too.
Yeah.
Well, I can get through it during the day, but I need to be able to sleep in cold. That's my issue.
Yeah. That's totally valid.
Yeah.
But the life we live and the things that we do, the comfort level is Scott wants it to be this, and it's sometimes this, and there's a compromise in there. It's not, we don't have many luxuries on the road, but that's
true.
That's one that's needed.
It's true.
So what would you say is your favorite part? The writing and creative aspect of it, the recording, or the live performance?
I'm sure we'll have the same answer.
I'm feeling we will, yeah.
The live shows are why we do it. If we didn't have live shows, I don't know what reason we'd have to do anything. I actually not hate, but I don't like writing songs until they come out. I feel like it's just it's very much, I don't want to let anybody down, and I want this to be really cool, and I don't want to waste a line or a guitar riff or how something goes or a bridge. I don't want to waste it. I want it to be good. So it's nerve-wracking the entire time. And then by the time it's done, it's like, woo, we did it. It's cool. This song sounds awesome. I don't want to go back.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I feel the exact same way. Like I mimic those sentiments exactly, because it is just like, I love the recording process. I love the writing process. I love it. But like, it's stressful, and it's like scary and intimidating to me. And it's just like, I hope it's going to be good. Like, you always, until it's out in the public, you don't know what the public's going to think about it, and it's like, it's your baby. So it's like, what if they fucking hate it? What if they think I suck? So it's just so stressful, and like, it's like that. But being on stage, man, is just like, I love being on stage.
And
it's the best.
It's hard to balance out, like, because the music's always cool. Music's just in general is pretty sweet, but like the vocals, the melodies, and the words have to match so that it all brings out what it needs to bring out. So it doesn't matter what's said; it's just how it's said sometimes and everything. And it's just like we write little movies, and these movies have to do well, and the movie has to accomplish the emotional goal that we're trying to get. And if we put all this time and effort, and then somebody listens to it, and it's like, it didn't really touch me or do anything, we're like, oh, okay, well, we can't do that anymore. Yeah. So, and you don't know until a lot of time and work and effort, and like you're just pulling creative. Ed Sheeran said it pretty good. There's just a faucet that's on, and you just keep going until it runs clean. There's a lot of just bad stuff you have to get out, and you just have to keep writing and get it out, and then eventually you're like, oh, now this is starting to get good. Let's do this stuff. But yeah, it's grueling because you have to. I mean, it's a job. You have to write when you don't want to. You have to, if you don't feel something, and then it's like there's always a lot of pressure of just trying to push it out. Yep.
So with this upcoming tour being like pretty awesome, what can fans expect from this tour, from this live show?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Other than merch and listening to music and being in a place that loves you back, I guess. Probably broken stages, broken equipment,
climbing
rafters. We try to make it more than Scott and I always try to figure out how to make it more appealing. So if you like pulled the plug and there was no audio at all, that alone should be able to like sit on itself. So we try to just figure out how to make a show. Like we could mime everything and you can't hear us, and that should be good enough. And then we have the songs and stuff like that. So
now you said you have a lot of demos and pieces that you've worked on. Now, will fans be able to hear anything new?
Probably not. We're not. We're hiding all that for now.
No, but we definitely are recording, and we definitely are always working on an album, and there definitely will be an album coming out relatively soon. But that's
are you gonna release any more singles, or are you just gonna release the album when it's done?
We definitely will do singles, and then leading to the album.
Yep.
I know I'm asking a lot of questions about it, but like, are you releasing like, you have like a schedule that you're releasing that like I can like mark on my calendar, or like, do you just kind of release it when you feel like it?
We release it when we feel like it strategically. We have a cadence that we follow that we can't tell you because it needs to always be a surprise and a secret. Because if it's not, it just feels really like, all right, well, like it. If you don't know your favorite show is coming out, and then it's like, oh, in a week it's coming out, you're more hyped than like, well, this show I heard is coming out in 2 months, so I guess I'll just wait.
We do have a strategic plan for it.
Yeah. We do everything. There's so much science behind our band. There's scheduling, and a lot of responsibility.
Okay, so we're getting close on time, so I want to try and fit a couple more things in. So as far as your music videos, what was your favorite video to shoot, and what video are you thinking will be the next one that you're gonna put out?
My answer is long. Scott, go ahead.
Well, I think Morning in May. I think probably Morning in May's best video predates me, which would be the Insane Asylum one. Everybody's Innocent Here. That's awesome video. Like great song too. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. The video is great. But the video we just released for Masterclass was a blast to shoot because it was literally just the way that video happened was just like we had a location. We started to shoot the video. The location fell through, unfortunately, at the last minute. So it was literally just like all of a sudden the entire like treatment for the video out the window. So it was literally like, well, what the fuck do we do now?
Yeah, it was that was all on the fly because we had to shoot. We had that day marked off for
had to shoot that day.
We had to shoot that day, and we couldn't do what we originally were going to do. So that didn't work. And I always have like this I had like this movie quality whatever thing that I want to do, and it always gets down to, all right, we have to do this, let's do this, hurry up kind of deal. So something always happens. The one at the Mansfield Reformatory, that was really cool because Shawshank Redemption's my favorite movie. So it was cool that we got to go there and set up where we actually, the live shots of that video is where Tim Robbins said the line, "Everybody's innocent in here, don't you know that?" That's where the live full band shots were. So that was pretty cool. But definitely my favorite video is the last one that we did because everybody had a good time, and it's so it's stuff that we got to do, and it was kind of fun because there's a lot of stuff that we can't like say yet that we're about to do, and the band is moving up pretty quickly with a lot of things going on, and it's gonna be cool looking back because that's gonna be our last like DIY had fun kind of thing that newer bands hopefully in like 3 to 5 years can look back and see those videos and go, see, we can just do that. Like we don't have to have this big huge budget and do all this stuff. They're like, we can just have fun and it'll still look cool.
That video was literally, like I said, like the shoot got shut down day of the video, and we had a limited window of daylight to shoot, you know. So then like the videographer's like, well, I know like a soccer field, a park right around the corner. We're like, that don't really sound like that would be a cool video.
Yeah, we were like, what?
Yeah.
A park? Really?
What are we gonna do there?
And then it was cool. The cops showed up and loved it. They thought it was sweet. The police officer that stopped us was a drummer, and he was just hanging out, and he was watching us film the whole thing. And we broke a lot of equipment, which was unfortunate, but also fun.
Mackenzie threw up.
Now, are there any parts in the video that you can think of that fans can kind of like look for when they're watching it?
Yeah, they can try to figure out what sport we were playing. We don't know. We didn't really know. We're like, I'm like, what do we have in the van? Oh, we have a tour football that we throw around and stuff on off days and stuff. Like that's usually when we're on the beach or whatever.
Or on a soccer field. So
yeah.
we're like, well,
so we're like, maybe we can go get I was like, we can go get, because there was like kids soccer going on. I'm like, we can steal a ball from one of these kids. And like, let's just use the football and we'll make up some kind of sport.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought you were at a school.
We were not.
Nope, it was a park.
Like I thought it was because like a classless act, like a master, like a teacher.
I see.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. Interesting.
We did not think about that.
Yeah,
I thought it was way deeper than that.
We should have not said anything. Actually,
I know, right?
Let that go on. We should have. Every time you ask us a question, we'll ask you.
I should have put it in my intro, so then you guys could have just ran with it.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the song about? What do you think it's about?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun. So again, when is the show with Brendan? Because that's soon.
September 14th is we literally have 22 shows before that. But it's
not that soon.
That one's in Nashville.
Yeah, that's here in Nashville. That's a hometown show for us.
I'm so excited to see where you guys go and just
come to the Erie show.
Oh, I was going to say,
I'm definitely going to try.
You're in Philly. Is Albany's not close to you, is it? It's over there.
That was the other one. I wrote down Erie and Albany because I'm going to look and see which one's closer.
Yeah. Erie's like 6 hours away, right?
Yeah, I feel like Erie's probably far. Hartford, Connecticut might be close to you. Is that close?
Connecticut? What's that, like 3
hours? I'll see you that for a ride.
Erie's cool too. That
Mhm.
Kings Rock's a good venue.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you wanted to tell new fans? And I also wanted to ask, for the people that haven't heard you before, what song would you tell them to listen to first? The best one that
Masterclass.
describes it.
Yeah.
I would listen to Masterclass.
Masterclass and Pink Pony Club. I feel like that's a good indication of the direction the band is. The next crop of songs are going to be.
The next set of songs.
Yeah.
There's no we try to write. We don't like stick to a genre or write anything. We just kind of write what we feel, and we don't try to like follow the thing. So you can really start anywhere, and depending on where you want to go. If you want heavy stuff, we got heavy stuff. If you want light stuff, we got light stuff. If you want punk stuff, we have that. If you want pop stuff, we have that. So you can check us out at iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora, Amazon, whatever.
All your stuff's going at the bottom.
There you go.
Oh,
Amazing,
yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. Please like follow us on all those and like stay in touch, because we will interact and like.
Definitely like, share. Definitely. What kind of emojis do you want people to try and put on YouTube? We always throw out like an emoji for their under your videos.
Fire and heart emojis. And then
do you have a specific color heart? Black heart?
No, just standard red, I think. If black hearts are cool, sure. Yeah.
Red hearts and fire.
Yep.
And real quick, since we have a couple more minutes, because I'm gonna push you guys because I had a lot. Since you are into the new metal and that heavier stuff, do you feel like some of the new stuff that you might kind of incorporate a little bit of more of a new metal punk kind?
Not really. I mean, like I grew up in that scene. I grew up playing that stuff. You know, and I still, like I said, man, I like anything that has guitar. Just what I grew up in. You know, and that's when I was coming up, that was the scene. So, you know, I like anything guitar-driven music, from, you know, death metal to pop punk to country, you know, and classic rock and everything in between. You know, so as far as like what I'm trying to incorporate into like future songs or whatever, like I'm really not trying to incorporate anything. It's just whatever the song leads us down, you know, like whatever Jake and I are working on idea wise, if this is, you know, whatever the genre is, it's like, we're just going to do that. Like whatever works.
There's definitely bands, I guess, to pertain a lot of the songs that we're writing to, but like one song is like, oh, there's like 7 different, like you can kind of hear, like we just add everything to it. We just kind of add as much as we can.
And we pull from so many different influences, you know.
Yeah.
It's literally just like, you know, our influences are all over the place. So when we're writing and when we're in the studio and when we're producing as well, like it's just, you know, like, oh, AFI might do this, let's do this, you know, like, oh, Dare Remember might do this, let's do this, you know, like just all over the place, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So just pulling from everywhere.
Everything.
That's so exciting.
Yep. Pop, reggaeton, whatever.
Yeah, polka,
techno.
And since I'm right there, I'm gonna end it with, if fans do want to connect with you, everybody's kind of got one social media that they're on a little more than the others. What's your favorite social media platform that fans can go on and try to catch you on lives and videos?
I would probably TikTok would be number 1, and then second would be Instagram is kind of what we use for all this stuff. Instagram we kind of use just to report what's going on, and then TikTok's if you just want to see us exist or what we're doing, or we do a lot of like giveaways and stuff like that. You get on our like mailing list and all that stuff, you enter to get, like, we just gave away a neon pink blacklight guitar that we all signed and stuff like that. So we do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
So everybody, make sure that you go on and follow, like, share all their music, but make sure that you follow them, because they're not telling us when their new music's coming out. So you've got to
Right.
See,
That's
I
right.
told you it was a
There you go.
strategy.
I got you. I'll keep with it. I might harass you in DM and just try to get like some kind of time.
That's fine. We don't.
But,
Yeah, for sure.
oh my, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. And I'm so excited. And I'm definitely going to try and get out to either Erie or Albany or Connecticut, whichever one's closer.
Yeah.
And
Please do.
let's stay in touch. And anything that you have coming up, if you ever want to release a new song or come on and talk about something that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We're
would love
always
to. Yeah. And thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Please make sure you go on and subscribe to A Pretty Little Podcast and make sure that you follow, like, share everything Morning in May. Love these guys. Thanks, everyone. Till next week.